Hey folks, Lemonade here, and today I'm taking a look at a hyper fast speed pad unlike anything on the market currently. Well, kinda. Anyway, it's from FNATIC and they call it the Jet. Let's get into it right after this. All right. Small disclaimer, the great Escaldi from FNATIC sent me this free for review, but that will never change the outcome of any review on this channel. My opinions are my own, and you are seeing this as early as they are. Alright, let's knock out the specs real quick, and I'll throw those right up here for you folks. So let's clear the air here and talk about the elephant in the room. Enthusiasts in our space are going to say that this mouse pad looks an awful lot like a few pads that we've already seen in the past, and some that I have in my office that I'll compare to a little bit later, and one from an infamous brand. And without going into too much detail, I did reach out to Escaldi about that brand many months ago when I first received this pad, because I was curious myself. And to keep it short, yeah, that company did essentially copy the FNATIC Jet here and try to launch it early and first. Obviously that never happened, so let's fast forward to today. The Jet is officially out for everyone to buy. Who is it for? Is the quality any good? And what does it really compare to? In terms of who this is for, it's really for gamers who are enjoyers of the lowest friction experience, really akin to glass pads like the SkyPad, and this will be very much up your alley. Fingertip grip and high sense players are really also going to benefit from a style of pad like this. Now in terms of overall speed, it's very similar to the SkyPad 3.0, but just a difference of feel as you glide across it. I can best describe it as if you were moving across a slip and slide because of this laminate film surface that they use. It's very dynamic and has a lot of freedom, so it will be testing your mouse control because of that. There is a little bit of a give because of the rubber base, like on a traditional mouse pad, that you can kind of gain a little bit of control if you dig into it, something obviously you can't do on the SkyPad. And in terms of the closest competitors, some of you may know, I have the Vancer Ace and the Vancer Ice V2 over here. Now, quick note, the Vancer Ace is no longer available for purchase, but I would say this is probably closest to the Jet. Now, both of Vancer's products, as you can see on these photos, have a bit of texturing on the surface. The Ace has a little bit less, and the Ice has a little bit more texturing, while the Jet is extremely smooth and really has no texturing at all. But again, the Ace here comes closest in overall feel and glide, plus the Ace is also made of a polymer film, so it's kind of similar in nature to the laminate film on the Jet. Now in terms of the Vancer Ice, this is a fiberglass infused surface. Now I want to just say something. Maybe I fall a little here in originally thinking the Jet was a copy of this mouse pad, but after I gave the Jet a second chance and then dug this old mouse pad out of the bin and really compared them one-to-one, I noticed it really wasn't a clone. The texturing on the Ice does give it an ample amount of feedback on your mouse skates, so you have a better sense of control with this pad. In terms of overall speed, I'd rank the Jet first for sure, but it's really honestly a narrow margin. All of these pads that I just showed are definitely super satisfying in terms of high speed, and they're fairly close. The things I'd say that Vancer has it beat over is really quality and value to a certain degree. So let's get into it. The Jet here really isn't a bad product at all, and if you purchase it, you really find no major faults. But when I compare it to the Vancer Ice, a couple of things stand out. First of all, the stitching is just better on the Vancer product. It's paper thin, as you see here again, and it's not as noticeable at all if you roll over the edges, for example. You'll definitely feel that sensation of rolling over the edge if you play near the edges of your mouse pad on the Jet, just because of the thicker stitching line. Next, the surface itself, because it's so smooth and the pores are shallow, as FNATIC states, oil, grease, and sweat will appear more easily on the surface. As you can clearly see here, I did try to wipe this up, but it's just one of those pads that's just kind of hard to manage, and will show that more. The Advancer also has this issue, as you can see here, but to a far lesser extent. Technically, FNATIC states that this design creates a more uniform X and Y experience and a sensor accuracy with your mouse. Now, I can't really speak on the difference of X and Y. Both of them felt perfectly fine, but I will give FNATIC some credit here on sensor accuracy, because when I was using my Advancer Ice and I reviewed it, I did have tracking issues at 1 millimeter liftoff distance for my Razer Viper, where I did not experience that with this FNATIC Jet. In terms of the Advancer, I just fixed it by bumping it up to 2 millimeters for the liftoff distance, but it's just something to note. So obviously the Advancer is going to look a little less dirty and be a little easier to manage, but the Jet is going to have better sensor performance depending on your mouse. Next up is going to be value. The Advancer Ice over here gives you just a little bit more for less money. A quick comparison, my Advancer Ice is the 500 by 500 size, and they sell this for $40. And on the flip side, the FNATIC Jet I have in the 475 by 475 size, and that runs you $45. A plus for the Jet though is that it can be rolled and put back in the tube for easy travel. So if you go to LAN a lot, this would be a better option. Also, the Jet comes in wider option of sizes, like a desk pad size. Overall, the FNATIC Jet is a unique product with little competition. How the surface will wear over time, who really knows? But obviously it's going to be less durable than a true glass pad. That said, it really has become the closest to a SkyPad experience that I've found. It's also a lot more portable and a lot less money. It's more comfortable with less humidity issues than glass. Oh, and it's a bit quieter as well. Take a listen with it compared to the SkyPad before I wrap up the review. And on that note, all my socials are down below, along with the affiliate links for the brands that I trust and use on a daily basis. Use code LEMONADE for any peripherals to save a few bucks, or code UpgradeLemonade to sign up with channel partner Surfshark to get an extra 3 months free. If you had a good time with me today, likes and subs are always appreciated. Leave a comment down below, let me know what your thoughts were. But until the next Fresh Squeeze video, stay thirsty, folks.